Palau has been working with Ripple to develop a stablecoin to easily move payments across borders and internally within Palau. Really promotes trade and promotes business.
The stablecoin in our context is essentially a digital representation of the dollar, which is the currency that we use here in Palau. Each digital coin that is minted by Palau into a stablecoin is going to be 100% backed by a dollar. So it's a one-to-one relationship. People interested in doing business in Palau. So we're very happy to receive US dollar, and we are taking our time to make sure we manage all the potential risks as best we can. The challenge that we face here in Palau is really a payment system challenge. The actual physical currency logistics of it is one of the challenges that is heightened here in Palau and in the islands in general. So the money is brought in by commercial banks, usually via aircraft. So that itself is an expensive way to cargo in money. We don't have security services here, so there's a lot of risk. If you want physical currency, you need to go to the bank and buy it from them. This is a cash economy. We use it for most of our transactions. You have to come to Koror and get it. Palau does not have a central bank. So the government issuing a stablecoin is tantamount to being a central bank digital coin. So that's how we look at it. There are a lot of people here who are unbanked.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust. And we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, let's give it up to my youngest son. He's 1 year old, Carson. And guys, that's the reason why the video is coming out a little later. But guys, Bitcoin and crypto took a beating last week. And we know if yields stay where they're at or keep rising, we're going to keep taking a beating. But we know in the fourth quarter that main event is right around the corner. Now we have DApp Radar says that Bitcoin Ordinals NFT trading volume tanked 98% since May. And guys, we knew that was already coming. And then we have Mark Cuban says OpenSea removing royalties is a huge mistake. And guys, we know OpenSea is getting ready for the downturn. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which were pulling back slightly, but again, they're still high. We have the dollar pulling back slightly, but still strong on Friday. And then we have volume and crypto down. We have the Fed repo at 1.8 trillion. Guys, we know the repo is moving up. We know we are in definitely big trouble, because we know the repo is there to help buy treasuries to keep the market calm. And then on top of it, we got Janet Yellen supposed to be tapping the repo to put back those federal retirement funds. And we can clearly see there's holes in this economy. But we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, we have all of these corporations lowering their forecast, so therefore when earnings come, it looks like they beat the numbers. But guys, we know they keep lowering the level, so therefore they can manipulate the stock, and we keep seeing it go up for no reason. But we know the Fed just has to put money in places, so therefore when they start building this fourth industrial revolution, they go ahead and pull it back. And now it's time for them to start pulling back, because we know the emerging markets are about to flip that switch next year. And in 2025, the United States is going to follow behind them on purpose. And remember, the United States funded all this technology, but we're behind. And the reason for that is because we control the legacy market. And now America to Babylon is falling, and the legacy market falls along with it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, guys, we have Grayscale in about $21.8 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Checkout.com ends Binance partnership over regulatory and money laundering concerns. And we see the two sides have been created. Mainly in the East and South America, Binance is welcomed with open arms. And we know Checkout.com is in London. Majority of places in the West are cutting ties with Binance. But remember, guys, this is all part of the plan. Now, we have IBM Blockchain, an AI expert, says that ChatGPT poses several key risks for enterprise use. And guys, don't forget, IBM has IBM Watson and does the same exact thing as ChatGPT. Guys, we know this is nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. Now we have Elon Musk says the block feature to be deleted on Twitter X. You have to rely on the mute button. And don't forget, guys, that's all Elon talked about was getting rid of the bots. But guys, we know they want the bots to take over. And if you want to see it, guys, only thing you have to do is let Elon Musk type a message, and you'll see all the bots that come. And you can tell the difference between a person and a bot's message. But Elon Musk had plenty of time to get rid of these bots. We know he's in on the agenda because they want the machines to take over. And next year we have the election, and they're going to allow these bots to take over social media. Now we have Ethereum developers to debut new testnet of Sky next month in September. And lastly, guys, the movie continues. We have the bank man requests weekday freedom for legal defense work. And yes, guys, you heard that correct. And we know the NWO sits around a table and get them a good laugh every time that people fall for this craziness. And unfortunately, the masses are asleep. But guys, remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it, not because it's not there. And we know the masses are distracted on things that don't matter while the NWO just keeps building. And we know the machines are about to take over this economy and the sheep are going inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, BitChute, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.